Auction, Maine West Insurance, Mile High Motors, Lakeland Feed and Supply, Mulligan Water,
Yes, it will.
30 Seconds Pizza, Vans IGA, Big Time Sportswear and Design, and Dr. Douglas Traeger. Without these sponsors, this broadcast would not be possible. 10 seconds.
And welcome to live basketball action here from the Straugh. Thank you for joining us out in Lewiston, Idaho at KOZE 950 AM. Senior night tonight. We're about ready to get started. Nothing's missed yet. Some great seniors here on the University of Montana Western. Britt Cooper, Sierra Lamy, Bree King, Tori Anderson, Brandy Bookout. I mean, just a loaded senior class.
And Darby Shy as well, not to leave her out.
But I tell you what, we always seem to get a younger one that fills it up on senior night. We'll see if that's the case. We probably owe Bree King one, so we'll see how she does. Two great teams matched up here too. And the jump is actually won by LC State. Ball's in the hand to Moscrip. She's going to hand it over to Turner. Turner gets it over to the right side, probably up that deep elbow. The kick out, back out to Moscrip. Moscrip free throw line. She gets it over to Berlin. Berlin gets it back to Moscrip. They work it down low, and just a tough presence down low. Blackman, she's a little too hard. Cooper comes up the rebound, gets to King. King brings it across the timeline for the Bulldogs. Bulldogs wearing that awesome black unis with the red lettering.
Warriors with the all-white LC on the side of the shorts.
And Anderson misses front too hard. Berlin with the breakaway layup. She's going to put it up and off the glass and good for two. And we finally have that 0-0 broken by LC State.
Just the perfect bounce to get her a wide open layup in transition. They're in the 2-3 zone on defense.
And they work it around the perimeter, trying to find a little bit of holes. Just unforced error right out of the gate. Throws it right into the hands of Abby Johnson. Johnson's going to hand it off to Callie Moscrip, the senior out of Lewiston, Idaho, by way of Spokane Falls Community College. She's got a free throw line. Step through, puts it up off the glass, no good. Lamy with the rebound. She's going to bring it up herself and across the timeline. As she gets to about free throw line, gets to King. King puts it over to Anderson. Anderson into about the baseline as Britt Cooper goes up, misses, gets her own, puts it back up off the glass and gets the two. We're always in better shape when Cooper gets involved.
Yes, it looked like she was angry. She missed that first one and pulled down the rebound right back up for the easy layup. Great job with Britt Cooper with big matchup, her and Blackman tonight.
They work it down low, and they denied the pass. Goes out of bounds, last touch by the Bulldogs. It looked like it could have went either way on that touch. Once again, another night in the Frontier Conference where a 4 meets a 17.
That's exactly. I was going to say night in, night out. You see another good forward. I thought you said forward at first, but good forwards that we've seen against Britt Cooper lately.
Too true. Shots up and buries it. And that's Callie Moscrip who knocks down the triple. And that'll make it 5-2 Lady Warriors as they get it over to King. King for the answer, no good. Rebound trickles off the hand, not saved by Abby Johnson, a 6'2 sophomore. So we'll see a bit of her for a couple years to come as well.
Definitely made a presence getting playing time last year as well, and one of those taller players who can shoot the ball too.
Man, they're young and pretty deep here as well.
Sarah Lamy knocking down the left wing three out of the zone. You got to hit threes and try to shoot them out of that zone.
Berlin with the basketball. She's going to get it over through the way of Johnson back to Moscrip. Moscrip with the basketball, works it over to the right side. Back over to the left side. She gets into the hands of Abby Johnson. Abby Johnson goes out top to Blackman. Blackman, a good facilitator for a big. Ball stolen away and finds the way into the hands of King. King's going to press the issue, gets right into the paint, no good. Cooper with the rebound, the putback, no good. Rebound knocked around, pulled out of there by Johnson. Johnson hits the outlet to Moscrip. Moscrip cruises down into the corner before she slows it down and gets it out to Turner. Turner back to Moskrip. Moskrip back out up top as she looks into the block to see if she can find something. The handoff goes to Berlin. Berlin's got the basketball. She works it into the block. Stolen away there by Sierra Lamy. Lamy playing excellent defense so far for the Lady Bulldogs. Then the good entry pass, but it's blocked by Turner. And she must have got her on the body because it looked clean up top.
Yeah, it looks like it hit her around the head. You see Britt Cooper squinting, but you can tell they've been bothering Britt Cooper right there on the layups, just hands around some taller girls. Number 12, Haley Turner, a 6'1" senior, and Jocelyn Blackman, a 6-foot senior as well. So 2 6-foot bigs right there. It's going to tough contest.
And Cooper puts it up and drops it down from the free throw line. And that's kind of tough. Like, you know, as a lifelong basketball player yourself, when you're playing the bigger guy, you try to head fake sometimes too much because you're worried about that height instead of just going up at one point or another.
Yeah, it's definitely easy, especially after you watch a warm-up or just see a team and they look tall, to get in your own head about it as well.
Moskrip gets it over to Johnson. Johnson back over to the right side to Moskrip. Moskrip's going to bring it back up top. She swings it over to the left side and hands it off to Abby Johnson. Abby Johnson with the basketball, look for the screen on the left side, nothing doing. Kicks it out to Berlin. Berlin works it around. Got an open look for Haley Turner. She puts it up, no good. Gets knocked out of bounds. Looks like last touch by the Bulldogs. So the basketball will be in the hands of the Lady Warriors. Neither team wants to budge yet, as it's 7-5 Lady Bulldogs. They work it down low to Berlin. Berlin with the turnaround, no good. Rebound gets knocked around. Berlin with the save in the left hand. Coming out and grabbing the basketball is Holmes. Holmes gets into the paint, kicks it in the corner to a Lamy. Lamy gets into the paint, puts it up too strong. Britt Cooper right there to put it back.
And the quick putback off the miss, you got to credit Lamy for attacking off the dribble right there.
And Cooper for following, found the empty space, gets the nice rebound and the putback. Both the two forwards playing solidly already. They work it around to Moskrip. She swings it on the left side. She's going to hand it off to Hannah Berlin. It's 5'11" sophomore. And they get it right into the paint. Moskrip's going to kick it outside to Haley Turner. Turner's going to take the left hand down the left side. Looked like it was blocked, but they're going to call a foul.
You see Montana Western running a man-to-man defense, and what LC's trying to do with their offense is dribble drive. They got their one post who just rotates away from the ball, and they're dribbling and driving, trying to attack matchups where they have taller girls. Here, drawing the foul is Turner.
Haley Turner knocks down the first. Bookouts checking in, as is Bignell. Lamy and Anderson will take a break. Peyton Souvenir checks in. I thought I saw two. Oh, there we go. Kiara Burlage.
Souvenir, a shooter we've seen in the past, knock down some threes, so I expect to see her trying to hit a few of those, hopefully for Western. She doesn't catch fire.
King brings it up and across the timeline. Gets it over to Bignell. Bignell back out to King. King swings it over in the corner to Holmes. Holmes for three. No good. Rebound's going to be pulled down there by Abby Johnson. The 6'2" sophomore is definitely as advertised. They work it over to the right side as they get it into the hands of Burlage. She's going to hand it back off to Souvenir. Souvenir drives, then pulls it back out, goes for another drive, puts it up left-handed, front iron, but gets her own. The kick out goes out to Moskrip. Moskrip back out up top into the hands of Johnson. Johnson back to Souvenir. Souvenir pulls it back out as she stands on the Bulldog, setting up the offense. Waits for the screen, rotates around the left side, back out. Shot goes up by Turner, and she buries the triple to make it a 10-9 Lady Warrior lead.
Great shot from Turner, and another tall girl, 6'1" senior who can hit the long ball.
Bignell with the basketball on the right side. She looks to find something open in the paint. She tries to pass it to Bookout, but Bookout hits the floor, can't come up with the basketball, and there's a foul, I believe, on Holmes. Unfortunately, again, that'll be her second. So with 4:19 left on the Intermountain Irrigation scoreboard, the LC State College Lady Warriors 10, University of Montana Western 9. We'll be back in 1 minute.
Standard Lumber has super red-hot buys for February. Red-hot buys on Ace Wild
really
Bird, Filter Right Furnace Filter, LED lights, buy one, get one free. Great deal on Glad trash bags for all your needs. sprayway,
fall
glass
right there. She
cleaner,
didn't
gorilla
stop
tape,
herself.
and Scott
No.
shop
She like
towels.
didn't get her arm
Standard
out.
Lumber's
She was
knowledgeable staff
And
can
then the
help you with
barrel
all
yeah,
your
right,
projects
like-
or any need. Walk
It's
in
all
and
fun
ask.
and games.
They
I
know.
just didn't think it would be
Stop
that
by
intense.
Standard
I wasn't
Lumber.
ready
It's
for
your
the
helpful
whole.
place for the professional to the homeowner.
Barrel
Dairy
roll.
Queen's
I thought they
$5
were
lunch.
breaking when they
It's not
played the
just
other
for
night
lunch, it's
against
all
the
day
zone.
long. Try
Our
the
offense is
three-piece
moving the
chicken
ball
soup
really
lunch,
well.
which includes
Right.
So, I mean,
fries,
if they can do that
21-ounce
against this
drink,
zone, they
and
should
your
be all
choice
right.
of dipping
But
sauce, and
I
a
guess
sundae,
we'll
or
see
try
if
the
they can
deluxe
actually
cheeseburger
break us
lunch.
up. You know,
Served
are
with American
comfortable
cheese,
LC
enough.
State
thick
has a
cut
pretty good
tomatoes,
lane.
crisp lettuce, onions,
I mean,
pickles,
Turner,
fries,
6'1",
a 21-ounce drink.
Blackman,
10 seconds.
6 foot.
You can upgrade your
Yeah,
Sunday
you
to a
can tell
blizzard
this
for only
guy's got the
$1.
recruiting
Dylan's
connection.
Dairy Queen
Oh,
$5
yeah,
lunch is all day
absolutely.
long.
Coach Orr is,
Dairy
very
Queen
good.
is open from 10:30 a.m. to 9:30 p.m. daily.
Darby Shy checks in. So, yeah, Holmes, Shy, Bookout, King, Big Nell on the floor. As Big Nell has the basketball over on the left side. Gets the Shy block. Cooper's going to try it, or Page is going to try it from over to the right side, and Holmes knocks down the triple to make it 12-10. It's great to see her shooting with confidence, though.
Yeah, when Paige Holmes is hitting that corner three, this is a tough team to beat. And she's contributing on offense.
Souvenir gets the basketball into the hands of Turner. Turner tries to work it down low and goes through the wicket to Johnson. Looked like she was kind of looking up at the bucket when the ball was coming her way, so to be Bulldog basketball.
The pesky Bulldog defense always around the ball down low. It's going to be a foul on number 23, Kiara Burlage, 6-foot sophomore out of Columbia Falls, Montana. She's just in the middle of that zone, not going to let the offensive player cut through and just get some contact too much, the referee thought.
And they get it back out up top to Bookout. Bookout's coming over to the right side and gives it over to King. King looked for an opening, gets to Big Nell. Big Nell's going to go baseline, throws it all the way into the corner.
Big Nell trying to go with the cross-court pass. She just drove, but sailed it a bit high. Kind of looks like a, one of the sideline passes you see on a Sunday. You just get rid of it. You don't want the interception. Fortunately, in basketball, it doesn't work that way.
Forster checking in, as is Lamy checking back in. Bringing it up and across timeline is Moskrip. Moskrip down the right side, into the corner. She's going to get it back out to Souvenir. Souvenir to free throw and then pulls it back out. Looking for the screen. She's going to just pull and pop. Rocks the rim and gets out. Shot by Burlage goes up. No good, but there's a foul down in there. Very tough when you can't see it.
You can see the size playing a factor there. 6-foot Burlage just getting the offensive board, and that's going to get her to draw a foul. So you got to get a body on these offensive LC players quickly.
Anderson's going to check in for Bookout. So we have 4 seniors and a sophomore on the floor on senior night. And the inbound goes back out to Souvenir. Souvenir goes down the left side, and the kick out goes to Moskrip. Moskrip's going to bring it back out up top, reset the offense. She's working on Shannon. Worcester. Good to see Worcester. I think she was sick, if I'm not mistaken, last night.
Wasn't able to come to the game last night, as a nice cut from Souvenir gets the easy layup.
On the left side to make it 12 apiece. 12-12 with 2:40 left in the quarter on the Intermountain Irrigation scoreboard. King over the left side to Lamy into the corner to Anderson. Anderson pulls in, and that's probably not a bad idea from her. Step in, make the shot, get a little bit of confidence, because she can score at will if she gets that rhythm down.
She catches fire.
Nice move, can't finish though with Abby Johnson. Gets knocked around. Lamy's going to come up the rebound, gets it out to Anderson. Anderson to King. King gets it across the timeline. If I'm not mistaken, I don't think King scored yet, and that's a good sign for us. We got 14 points, and our leading scorer, in fact, the Frontier Conference's leading scorer, hasn't put in a bucket yet. King to Worcester. Worcester for 3. It's up and good.
And a great job just swinging the ball, finding the opening in the zone, and Worcester, the young one, to show out so far.
And it's stolen away, picked up by Lamy. I think they're going to get a foul on poor Burlage has a few fouls, huh?
Yes,
Comes in to
the foul magnet tonight. Great play from Brianna King, just trailing the play and tipping away the dribble, forcing the turnover, and then the foul right after
Burlage
Burlage.
checks out. Haley Turner checks back in. But you can tell Burlage has pure skill.
Yeah, there's
and
no
she's gonna
doubt
be a
about
good
that.
one. Columbia Falls is pretty dominant in girls basketball too. I'm sure she had something to do with that. King with the basketball, gets in the paint, nice pass to Cooper. Tries to get it out to Lamy, gets knocked away. I believe last touched by the Lady Warriors. And then King looking to inbound. King inbounds up top to Worcester. Worcester back over to the right side to King. King's going to go back up top, but she gets to Anderson. Anderson to Lamy. Lamy's going to go left side baseline. Gets it back out to King. King with a deep look, but a look nonetheless. And it's knocked away by Cooper, but no one's in the corner, so it goes out of bounds.
And Cooper trying to tip that out to the wing where Anderson was, but Anderson was also coming in for the rebound, so ended up just getting tipped out of bounds.
17-12. Bulldogs with the lead, 1:08 left on the Intermountain Irrigation scoreboard here in the first quarter. Appreciate you joining us out there in Idaho at KOZE 950 AM. Abby Johnson with the basketball. She goes down the left side, and they come right back to an unforced turnover as she tried the no-look to Souvenir. Was unable to hook up. Worcester will check out after some good minutes. We got good minutes out of her, so checking back in is Big Nell.
And Abby Johnson,
left.
that's definitely going to be a player to watch out for in the future. 6'2", and she can dribble the ball like a guard, so a very versatile player. Great future for Abby Johnson.
And the pass goes down low, gets tipped away, finally picked off by the freshly checked in Jamie Nielsen, a 5'10" junior. Even their guards are 5'8", you know, they get it back out to Souvenir. Souvenir gets it in the paint. Shot goes with the nice easy touch by Haley Turner as she gets it done, the 6'1" senior post. And LC State's long.
Yeah, you sit down Abby Johnson, 6'2", bring in Turner, who's 6'1", and likes to shoot that over the left shoulder. Nice baby hook. Tough to stop that one-on-one.
King with the basketball, 8 on the shot clock. They get it to Anderson. Anderson gets it to Cooper. Cooper down the left side, gets blocked, but fouled. I like the move that didn't count, though, from me. Grabbed it, looked back, threw it up, and got it to go. Yeah, just didn't count, though.
Flipped up the circus shot after the block, and that one probably could have went either way. I thought good defense on Blackman. Lucky for Cooper, that's going to be a foul call.
Cooper knocks that one down. That'll make it 18-14 on the Intermountain Irrigation scoreboard. 2.2 seconds left here in the first quarter. And the shot's up and rims out. Rebound's going to be pulled down by Turner. And Souvenir throws it up, but I think it was too late anyway. Either way, it didn't go. So after one quarter of play on the Intermountain Irrigation scoreboard, University of Montana Western Lady Bulldogs 18, LC State Lady Warriors 14. We'll be back in 1 minute.
Hi, this is Josh Taylor from Frontline Ag Solutions. We have a line of compact utility tractors that will fit all your needs, from landscaping projects to plowing snow this winter and anything in between. They start at 23 horsepower and go all the way up to 66 horsepower. If you got a job for it, they make an attachment to make life easier on you. Don't worry about having to work on it either. Dell and our service department has that handled. Call or stop by Frontline Ag today to find out more or schedule a demo to see how versatile these machines are.
Hi, this is Dr. Belize with the Montana Thermography Center. One common question I get asked is thermography a useful tool for breast cancer detection? The answer to this is yes. Thermography provides information about subtle physiological changes to breast tissue. This in return can lead to more attentive monitoring. Thermography is
10 seconds.
Times surpass other breast cancer detection modalities. For more information on breast thermography, call me at 683-9600.
And welcome back to live basketball action here from the Straugh. University of Montana Western with the basketballs. They bring it up with King. King to Big Nell. Big Nell looking for the screen. She goes over to the right side. Back to Lamy to Big Nell for 3. She just becomes such a dominant three-point shooter, whereas she was almost spotty in years past, but now you don't want to leave her open.
No, not even for a second. She's a very quick release, doesn't have to take much time to get rid of it.
They work it back up top into the hands of Abby Farmer. Farmer works it down low. Shot goes up, no good by Blackman. And they're actually doing a good job defensively on Blackman, who's a baller. And almost threw it off the leg, but Johnny on the spot, LC State, you can tell most of these girls have extremely high basketball IQ. Two teams with a lot of basketball
Yeah, no
IQ.
kidding. You got an 18-year coach in Brian Orr, and you can tell that this team is definitely taking some knowledge from that coach.
And he definitely knows what he's doing. Dribble drive, gets into the paint. Nielsen puts it up and drops it down. That'll make it 21-16. 8:49 left here in the half on the Intermountain Irrigation scoreboard. King with the basketball. She's going to go over to Big Nell. Big Nell the left side, back over to Anderson. Anderson pulls the string on the 3, no good. Gets knocked around, last touch by LC State. King trying to board in there with the Giants. And of course, just like you'd expect out of a Coach Orr team, they have a lot of genuine, just overall sportsmanship as they help people up off the floor, and that's always great to see. Back out up top to Anderson. Anderson with the basketball. She looks over into the corner to Lamy. Lamy's going to try to get to the hole and can't. Gets it out to Big Nell. Big Nell with the drive and the kick out. Shots up and good by Lamy from the corner.
And you see this Montana Western team now
And then
with
the
the
steal
turnover.
by Big Nell and the putback.
And the press paying off with the turnover right there. And they've been knocking down the 3-ball as well here in the second quarter.
The Abby Farmer with the basketball. She's going to get it up top to Turner. Turner's going to hand it back off to Farmer. Farmer up top over to the left side. She's going to get to Souvenir. Souvenir over to the right side. They're going to go right back to Nielsen. Nielsen puts the shot up, no good. King with the rebound. King's going to turn, sprint it up and across the timeline. She's going to get right into the paint. Shot goes up, no good, but she's going to go to the charity stripe. And it's almost like she waits in the weeds, and then as everyone gets kind of comfortable, she just sprints by everyone and gets to the bucket.
Yeah, you're talking about a high IQ player. You could see her defender is coming down, and Blackman is running down a little bit slower, so she runs her defender right off, the player also on her team. And just such a smart play. Blackman has to try to help out and draws the foul instead. Great play.
The way you can equate it is almost like a good running back because they're going down the floor. She finds a way to hide and then zigzags and then kind of puts two people against each other.
Yeah, just that change of speed is so tough to judge when you're trying to guard her in a transition situation.
Shots up and good. That'll make the Bulldogs 28, Lady Warriors 16. Lady Warriors with the basketball. It's in the hands of Moskrip. Moskrip works it out up top with 7:27 and a half left on the Intermountain Irrigation scoreboard. She works it back over to the right side in the hands of Farmer and then into the corner to Turner. Turner goes baseline, but then the kick out. Shot goes up by Abby Johnson, and she is a weapon. A 6'2" bona fide weapon.
They need to get that 3-ball going if LC is going to keep this game close.
Big Nell gets it over to Lamy. Lamy gets down low to Cooper, back to Big Nell. Big Nell steps in. Someone got a piece of it, I believe, and was saved there by Johnson. Johnson's going to get out on the run. Moskrip with the open look 3, and she buries it.
So 2 for 2, and we can call that heating up. See if she can catch fire, and you cannot leave her open after hitting one. She's going to hit another.
28-21, Big Nell with the basketball. She's going to get it back out to Anderson. Anderson all alone. Can't get it going as she misses, pulled down by Johnson. Johnson's going to bring it up herself and across the timeline. And once again, how many people have a 6'2" sophomore that can bring it up and down the floor? Well, that's a nice weapon to have. Farmer, she's going to hand it off. Nielsen's going to pull the string on a 3. No good. Big Nell knocks it, but it goes right into the hands of Farmer. Farmer's going to get it back out to Moskrip. Moskrip will reset the offense for the Lady Warriors. She goes back down the left side. Shot goes up and buries it by Haley Turner. And it's like you told them what to do, and they started just burying threes. And it's a 28-24 ball game. Bulldogs with the lead in the basketball.
Still running this zone, the 2-3 zone, and they're just keeping you out of that key, trying to keep them out of the key.
Big Nell into the key. Kick out. Goes to King. And she's cool, calm, and collect. And buries it to push it back out to a 7-point Bulldog advantage. They break the press and get it to Nielsen. Nielsen on the left side. She's going to work it back out up top. She'll try to go way back down the left side. Nowhere to go, so she's going to hand it off to Farmer. Farmer with the basketball back over to the right side for the Lady Warriors. The kick out goes out to Berlin. She puts it up, no good. Gets knocked out of bounds. Last touch by Haley Turner. So to be Bulldog basketball as the Bulldogs make some wholesale changes. King will get her first rest. Holmes checks back in, as does Bookout, and Worcester checks in. You don't really get a break when Worcester comes in. I mean, no one's quite Brianna King, but you don't have a huge fall off in getting a sophomore that's as talented as Worcester. Air ball from the corner, and so LC State will take it back the other way, bring it across the timeline, get it into the hands to Mosgrip. Mosgrip on the left side, and she's going to hand it off to Hannah Berlin. Back to Mosgrip. Mosgrip puts it up, rims out, no good. And then back the other way comes Holmes. Holmes gets up and down the floor with the best of them, and she hands off to Worcester. She's going to go to back over to Bookout, I should say, to Worcester. Worcester's going to get it to Holmes. Holmes going to get to about free throw line elbow, and then back out to Worcester. Worcester to Bookout. Bookout gets picked up. She's going to get into the paint. Goes to step, but got reached on. So I think they're going to call Berlin on the reach.
And you got to, at some point, attack off the dribble into the zone. That time paying off, getting the reaching foul on LC State. That's going to be a timeout, I believe.
So 4:22 left on the Intermountain Irrigation scoreboard. Bulldogs lead 31-24. We'll be back in 1 minute.
Are you hitting the open highway, maybe heading out on a snowmobile trip, or just need to fuel up? At the Mini Phillips 66, you can find everything you need to get you and your vehicle going. Grab a quick bite, a cup of coffee, or a cappuccino, and don't forget to pick up some heat for your car or truck. Then fuel up with super clean gasoline and hit the road. At the Mini, you can also find blended diesel. The Mini, Dillon's most convenient store, open every day at 5:30 a.m.
High Peaks Federal Credit Union is a member-owned financial organization serving Beaverhead, Madison, and southern Jefferson counties. Their goal is to help serve you, the members' financial needs, from checking and savings to a loan that fits your needs and budget. They provide down-home friendly service with long-term financing.
10 seconds.
I mean, I need some more dancing. I need more waves, high fives in the crowd. You got to be hugging kids.
Dillon, Sheridan, or
Hugging
Whitehall.
kids is important for a
Yes.
mascot.
Yeah, I mean, at least scaring them.
Welcome back to live basketball action. We're just rating mascots at this point. We like the ones that hug kids. So anyway,
Yeah, we
back
don't
to the
only
action.
criticize refereeing. It's mascots too.
Lamy back out up top to Shannon Worcester. Back over to the left side to Lamy. Lamy's going to swing it back around and then over back to the left side to Holmes, who fires up the triple. No good. Rebound's going to be pulled out of there by Mosgrip. She's going to bring it herself and turn it up and across the timeline. She's looking for an opening and finally finds the outside player. And I believe that to be, it was. But anyway, in the end, they get it to Turner, who puts it up and drops it in on a nice pass from Abby Farmer.
Now LC State coming out in the full court press.
And Bookout brings it across the timeline, gets it over to Worcester. Worcester into the paint, but then kicks it out to Lamy and then down low to Worcester. Puts it up, but gets it blocked by Haley Turner. Bookout, or it's going to be pulled out of there by Cooper into Bookout. Bookout with 6 on the shot clock. She's going to get into the paint, goes up strong, and she is hacked in the act. She's determined to get in the paint and did a great job of it.
There's Bookout late in a possession, twice in a row. She's attacked off the dribble and it's paid off. This time on the on a shooting act, so she's going to go to the line.
Now, how is that not shooting? Wow. I don't know how they had that one on the ground, honestly. So Bookout checks in, Bree King checks out, or vice versa. Bree King checks back in. She inbounds, gets it into Cooper. Cooper's going to bring it around and back to King. King over to the left side, back to Paige Holmes. Holmes looking for an opening, gets it back out to Worcester. Worcester gets it into Cooper. Cooper picked up, turn around, nice. Kind of a jump hook, I guess you'd call it.
Yeah, a really fast spin right there before she went up with a nice little baby hook.
They break the press quickly. They get it to Berlin. Berlin goes baseline. As they work it back out, shot goes up by Farmer. It's no good. It's knocked back out the Moss grip by Mrs. Do-It-All, Abby Johnson. She's a good player.
Yes, there's no doubt about that. She's all over the floor, inside out, even playing some good defense tonight.
They get it back out up top to Haley Turner. Turner gets it over to Moss grip. Moss grip goes baseline, and it looks like she must have stepped out. And so it'll be Bulldog basketball as the Bulldogs lead 33-26 on the Intermountain Irrigation scoreboard. 2:31 left in the half. Bringing it up and across the timeline is Bree King. She'll get it over to the right side. She gets it to Holmes. Holmes back to King. King looks to get it down low to Cooper. Cooper goes up strong, gets hacked. Looks like she almost got blocked from behind.
Cooper having to deal with a lot of size disadvantage today, but she's still been getting touches, and that's what's important. You get the touches right there in the block area against the zone, and that's going to help your team out.
Well, and like I said, I mean, she's attacking the bucket, which is nice to see. Misses the freebie.
Yeah, personally, I think when Cooper can get to the high post area and get to that jump shot, she's even a little bit more dangerous.
So 33-26, second and 2 is up and good. So make it 34-26 Lady Bulldogs, 2:18 left in the half. Basketball full court presentation as they get it to Farmer. Farmer back to Moscrip. Moscrip brings it across the timeline for the Lady Warriors. They're going to set up the offense against the Bulldog zone. They work it over to the right side to Turner. Turner back to Moscrip. Moscrip puts the shot up, no good. Gets knocked around and pulled out of there by Abby Johnson. Abby Johnson saving another one.
Seen a lot of offensive boards for this LC State Warriors team, so you're going to have to slow that down.
Well, and it looks like she's got a good person to learn from. Haley Turner's almost the same, and she's the senior. Good player. Farmer gets it down low, but they swing it back around to Moscrip. Puts it up, can't get it to go. And the rebound and put back by Johnson, who can't get it to go. So she's going to go to the charity stripe to shoot two, but tough to stop on the boards.
Yeah, Abby Johnson last possession getting an offensive board tip. Here, this possession, she gets 2 offensive boards in a row. And you see Western switch to the zone. So maybe that's has to do with her getting so many offensive boards there. Tough to match up and block out.
Abby Johnson knocks down the first freebie. 1:32 left in the half. And that one goes off the front of the rim. Lamy with the rebound. She's going to hand off to King. Bulldogs with the 7-point lead as they get it over to Bignell. Bignell the free throw line, back out to King. King over into the corner to Holmes. Back to King. King will swing it back around up top. She'll take one herself. No good. Rebound's going to be pulled down that time by Turner. Turner to Moscrip. Moscrip across the timeline. Moscrip back out up top as she gets it to Berlin. Berlin over to the left side, then the hand off to Moscrip. Moscrip looking for an opening. She'll swing it back out to Farmer. Farmer on the swing to the free throw line to Turner. And they're going to get Cooper on the foul. I think that was just Britt's first, if I'm not mistaken.
It's going to bring Darby Shy in for Cooper. Don't want to get her into foul trouble. Great game so far from Britt Cooper on both ends of the floor.
Absolutely. Good flowing game tonight as well. 34-27 as the Lady Warriors inbound. They get it into Turner. Turner gets it out to Berlin. Berlin's going to get it over to Souvenir, who just checked in. Berlin loses the handle, but is able to regain it. She feeds it down into the post, and the shot goes up by Turner, but she's fouled. I believe they got Shy on that one.
Just the back to the basket game for Haley Turner. She's a senior, so I assume she's had that move in her arsenal for a few years now. And drawing the foul straight to the line.
Shots up and no good. Crowd is very loud and boisterous tonight.
Yeah, you can see they have the cones, and it's definitely the megaphone.
Definitely the cone of shame.
Yeah.
Shots up and good. So 34-28. Lady Bulldogs with the lead. 37.1 seconds left on the Intermountain Irrigation scoreboard here in the first half, as number 4 takes on number 17. King gets it over to the left side to Holmes. Back to Lamy to King. King on the right side into the corner to Holmes.
Holmes getting
she
called for the
pulled that
travel.
off though.
Yeah, I was thinking sometimes you see players, they do the jump, but they keep 1 foot on the ground. And it's, I think even if you do keep the 1 foot on the ground, most referees are going to call that just from seeing the jump.
Well, that was a good closeout by LC State because she had almost an open look, but the length caught up to her, so she was traveled in the corner. And so it's LC State's basketball as they get it to Turner. Turner to Moscrip. Moscrip gets it knocked away by Bignell. Shy throws the touchdown pass, but just blindly, and no good anyway. But after 1 half of play on the Intermountain Irrigation scoreboard, University of Montana Western 34, LC State 28. We'll be back in 2 minutes for the Papa T's halftime show. We'll be back in 2 minutes.
East Bench Grain is now offering certified seeds for forage grasses, cover crops, alfalfa, barley, winter and spring wheat. Call Kent today to find out more about East Bench Grain seed services. You know the great service East Bench Grain provides during harvest. Now you get the same great service during the planting season. You grow it, they ship it. Kent and the crew are here for you. East Bench Grain, from planting to harvest, they're there for you. Call Kent today at East Bench Grain, 683-5044.
Hello, Southwest Montana. James Gorman, Jeff Gorman's son from McDonald's here, and I'm with my daughter and son, Piper and Riker. Say hi, Piper.
Hi, Daddy.
Say hi, Riker.
Hi, Daddy.
So, Piper, can you tell everyone how much any size coffee costs at McDonald's?
$1, Daddy.
And Riker, how much for any size pop?
$1, Daddy.
And for all you bacon lovers, it's bacon time at McDonald's. At Butte, Rocker, Dillon, Anaconda, and Deer Lodge McDonald's. Locally owned and operated by us, the Gorman family.
We're loving it.
Yeah.
Zematic irrigation systems are tough and dependable, just like the certified service staff at Intermountain Irrigation. When you need service, call Intermountain at 683-6571. They are there to help you every day and even available on weekends. Great service is the name of the game at Intermountain Irrigation, including great service for all brands of irrigation systems. Intermountain Irrigation, there for you all year long.
Hi, this is your local Farmers Union agent, Judy Searing. Youth activities build better community involvement and character. That's why Farmers Union Insurance has invested in youth by becoming a corporate sponsor of the Montana High School Association. What better way to invest in Montana future than its youth? 10 seconds. Our local sports teams, the Beavers, Bulldogs, Bears, Falcons, and Panthers. Good luck this season.
Okay. It's just the Warrior. Okay, thank you for joining, and welcome back to live basketball action as the University of Montana, or Montana Western Bulldogs, lead 34-28. And welcome to the Papa T's halftime show, home of the world-famous taco pizza. So, it seems like we haven't really got fully into our offense. We haven't locked fully into our defense, but somehow we've still found a way to hold a 6-point lead here at half.
Yeah, LC Warriors definitely trying to get out in the break, and they want to get inside, definitely with the dribble drive offense, and they're doing that. I think you'll continue to see Haley Turner get a lot of touches, Abby Johnson, and I think Jocelyn Blackman in the second half will have a big half. You usually don't see a player like that averaging 13 points a game, usually a game changer, really not having her day, and a player like that usually comes out with a chip on their shoulder in the second half.
Well, yeah, no, and their length is something that certainly has served them well, and I think will serve them well in the second half. Probably get the ball down low just a little bit more. They started getting a little hot from three-point land, and luckily we were able to close on that a little bit better. And so that's where I think we'll also have to do a little bit better job of making that closeout, because our switches got a little lazier towards the end of the first half.
Yeah, it was kind of fun to watch. You could see LC trying to go from the inside and score from right down on the block. On the other side of things, what they're doing on defense is trying to keep Montana Western outside of that key and make them settle for those threes, and Montana Western taking a lot of threes. You see, well, I guess they both took 15 threes actually in the first half, and LC most of those taken in the second quarter.
Well, and what do you have for stats for us so far?
For Lewis and Clark State, Haley Turner had 13 points, 2 rebounds, 2 assists, a block and a steal. Great half, 18 minutes of play, 8 rebounds, 3 points, and a steal for Abby Johnson. Jocelyn Blackman had 1 rebound in 10 minutes of play, 6 points, a rebound, and an assist for Callie Mosgrip, hitting back-to-back threes, so she can get it going from behind the line. 2 points, 2 rebounds for Hannah Berlin, 2 points, a rebound, and assist for Peyton Souvenir. Abby Farmer got in for some great defense, 2 assists and 1 rebound as well. A rebound and an assist for Kiara Burlage. They shot 10 of 29, 34% in the first half, 4 of 15, 26% from behind the three-point line, and 4 of 6 from the free throw, just 66%. On the other side of things for the Montana Western Bulldogs, 10 points, 6 rebounds for Britt Cooper. Going to be on the double-double watch. Sierra Lamy had 6 points, 3 rebounds, an assist, and 2 steals. 3 points, a rebound, 1 steal for Paige Holmes. Brianna King poured in 5 points. She also had a rebound, 1 assist, and 1 steal. 2 points and an assist for Tori Anderson. A 3-pointer as well as an assist for Shannon Worcester. Savannah Bignell always putting in good minutes off the bench. 5 points, 3 assists, 1 steal, 1 rebound for her, and Darby Shy able to make it in for about 4 minutes of some good defense. 11 of 27 from the field for Montana Western, shooting 40%, and 6 of 15 from behind the three-point line, 40% there as well. 6 of 8 from the free throw line, 75% from there. So you got to keep shooting the 3-ball well if you're Montana Western and you want to keep this lead. I think that plays a big part in the lead that they've had so far.
Well, and how close is it? I mean, they're 4 of 15. We're 6 of 15, both putting up 15. They took 2 more shots is all. 6 steals to 4 steals, 7 turnovers to 9. I mean, it's a pretty close game. It's going to come down to some of the free throws and, of course, who's going to move the basketball better. And I think you're right. I think whoever shoots the 3-ball the best here in the second half will come out with the victory. And pretty easy front runner for the Dairy Queen player of the game so far, Britt Cooper. I think Lamy has really got herself in that race as well with the 6 points, 3 boards, and 2 steals and an assist, filling up the stats there. But you certainly can never count out Bree King. She's known to just blow up. She can certainly do that here in the second half. I mean, it's not like she doesn't have anything. She has 5 points, brings the ball up and down the floor like a master, and she just really hasn't had to take over yet, and that's a good sign for Western. If they can get a lot of scoring elsewhere, she'll be fresh to close this game out as well. So Bulldogs lead 34-28 after the first half. We're going to take a short timeout. We'll be back in 4 minutes to get you geared up for the second half of action. We'll be back in 4 minutes.
Reach your peak with Ortho Rehab. Our highly
or a free pre-trip safety check. Les Schwab Tires, doing the right things that matter.
Beaverhead Livestock Auction is a proud sponsor of all sports in southwest Montana. They take pride in being loyal supporters of kids of all ages. They're behind the Beavers, the Falcons, the Bears, the Panthers, and the Bulldogs. Give Beaverhead Livestock Auction a call today and have them help you market your cattle.
10 seconds.
Miles south of Dillon, call 683-2002.
And welcome back to live basketball action here from the Straugh. LC State will start with the basketball as they're going left to right on your dial. Thanks for joining us out in Lewistown on KOZE 950 AM as they work it over to the left side. Basketball pulled around back out up top with Abby Johnson. She's going to get it right back from Berlin as they get it over into the other corner. And then Berlin back into the corner as they work it down low. Nice entry pass. They get it into Blackman. Blackman puts it up off the glass, and Warriors pull within 4. Bringing it up and across the timeline is King. King's going to work down the left side. Kicks to about free throw line for Cooper. Cooper looked for an opening. Gets King in the corner all alone. Can't seem to hit it. It's knocked away, but into the hands of Abby Johnson. Johnson's going to get it to Moskrip.
Lewis and Clark State wanting that shot out of Bree King. They'd rather have her shooting threes than driving to that rim.
And they get it down low once again. They use the back cut, this time to Abby Johnson up and off the glass. And you can see some of those changes already to Brian Orr. Didn't say that. And they work it over up top to Cooper. Cooper's shot goes up and he buries it. That'll make it 36-32. 8:36 left on the Intermountain Irrigation scoreboard. They'll bring it up with Moskrip and across the timeline. Moskrip looking for an opening, gets it over to the left side to Blackman. Blackman down low to Moskrip. Moskrip with the extra pass, gets it into Johnson. Johnson up off the glass off the left side, and the Warriors have cut it to 2.
And they are just moving the ball well, cutting already 2 back cut easy layups for Lewis Clark State basketball.
They get it over to the left side to Holmes. Holmes is going to get to the free throw line. The kick out goes to King. King fakes the shot, gets into the paint, puts it up, gets knocked down, can't finish, but she's hacked in the act. So she'll go to the charity stripe. I believe that foul to be on Blackman. That'll be your 3rd.
And that right there is exactly why Lewis Clark State wants to keep Bree King out of the key. They want her to keep shooting those threes because when Bree King drives right in there, it usually draws the foul or finishes, a good finisher.
Well, Hannah Berlin, the sophomore, 5'11", and she's like Paige Holmes. She has those long arms to go with it.
Yeah, you really got to hand it to the Lewis Clark State zone. They've done a great job defensively tonight.
Turner with the rebound on the miss. She's going to get it over to Moskrip. Moskrip's going to bring it across the timeline down the left side. She's going to bring it back over to the right. Back over to the right side, and then kick back out up top to Turner. Turner's going to hand it off to Johnson. Johnson back to Moskrip. Moskrip is going to get it to Johnson. Johnson into the corner. Berlin gets into the paint, puts it up, no good, and gets stolen away out of there by Cooper. Cooper's going to bring it up and kicks it back out to King. King looked for a little bit of space, so she gets it to Anderson. Anderson gets in, gets everyone to collapse, gets to Cooper, but then back out to King, back to Anderson. Anderson looked for a step in, nowhere to go. Then she goes to King, King back out. As Holmes fires up a 3, no good. Rebound's going to be pulled out of there by Berlin. Berlin's going to hand off to Moskrip, who brings it across the timeline for the Warriors. Moskrip back over to the left side. Moskrip up top, and she gets it into the hands of Turner. Turner back to Moskrip. Moskrip over to the left side to Johnson. Johnson down low, and they already had it sealed as they get it to Turner. Turner goes off the glass, and we're all knotted up at 36 apiece.
Great entry pass to Haley Turner from the left wing. One dribble with the power dribble and right up. Great play, Haley Turner.
And nice drive by Sierra Lamy. She took her player off the dribble, got past the second line of defense, and they looked like who's going to pick her up, and she had already scored off the glass to make it a 38-36 lead by the Bulldogs. It gets stolen away by Anderson. Anderson with the basketball, gets into the paint, hands it down low to Lamy, who gets blocked, and they're going to outlet it out to Johnson, who will bring it casually across the timeline. She's going to hand it off to Berlin. Berlin gets it all the way back into the hands of Callie Moskrip. Moskrip with the basketball. She gets it up top into the hands of Turner. Turner to Johnson. Johnson back to Turner. When you have your two bigs up on the wings and you still have Blackman to get it down to,
yeah, you can
puts it
see
up off the glass.
they're trying to get over to that corner area to get the easier entry pass to Blackman, because she does a great job of sealing right down to the baseline.
Well, and you have a 6'1" to a 6'2". Back door to Lamy, who puts it up no good. But she's hacked in the act, so she'll go to the charity stripe.
And Lamy making it a point to slice and dice. She wants to cut, drive, get as close as she can to the rim, continue to draw fouls, and put these forwards in bad positions in the bottom of that zone.
That's just the first on Abby Johnson. Lamy misses the first. Souvenir will check in for Berlin. 5:22 left here in the third quarter. We're all knotted up at 38. Lamy to shoot her second at 2. It's up and good. So full court presentation once again by the Bulldogs. They'll get the inbound into Moskrip. Moskrip will get it over to Johnson. Johnson back to Moskrip, who brings it across the timeline. Nice to have a 6'2" point guard slash center slash does a little bit of everything.
Yet another hybrid.
Got a lot of height. Turner gets it over to the right side. Can you say height? And then get it down low to Blackman. Blackman gets it up, no good. And that was just a good job of an undersized defensive front line, really making it difficult.
Yeah, getting it down to Blackman on the post there. Anderson coming from across the key on the left side and helping. What you're talking about, contesting that layup, and Blackman missing. That's going to be Montana Western basketball.
4:53 left here in the third quarter on the Intermountain Irrigation scoreboard. Bulldogs lead 39-38. We'll be back in 1 minute.
You have plenty to worry about when you're managing a business. Your employees are seeking more from their benefits package, and your budget may be tapped. When it comes to finding the right balance to achieve your objectives, it helps to have...
Boy, the audience tonight is really loud, isn't it?
What was that?
I said they're really loud out there tonight, aren't they?
Oh, boy. Well,
they
gave
him 683-6881. Agent is independent of Blue Cross Blue Shield of Montana.
Oh.
The horns.
Yeah,
that just makes it even more louder.
Yeah, totally.
Divide or traveling to local sporting events. Mile High Motors can outfit you.
Yeah, what would you call those things?
Claimed, it's what's proven. Check out the miles per gallon, length of powertrain warranty, and horsepower. Only Ram delivers this kind of muscle. That will thin out the herd.
10 seconds.
I know, I'm like,
deal,
I know.
but you better hurry. Guts, glory, Ram. Mile High Motors. Putting Ram dreams in driveways.
And welcome back to live basketball action here from the Straugh Gymnasium in lovely Dillon, Montana. Probably can't say lovely. 4:53 left on the Intermountain Irrigation scoreboard here in the third, 39-38. Bulldogs with the basketball as King gets it over to Hannah. Back over to the right side to King. King's going to get into the block, but kicks it back out to Lamy. Lamy down low to Cooper, and she put it up quick that time. So maybe that was one of the adjustments she made, was instead of doing the head fake, go up quick with it. And it was nice. She got it up quick and scored. And knocked away by Lamy. She'll go up strong off the left side, up and good. And Lamy and Cooper are playing lights out tonight.
Yeah, and it seems like that press almost creates at least 1-2 turnovers a game for Montana Western.
And they work it over and back into the hands of Moskrip. Moskrip will hand off to Souvenir. Souvenir with the basketball. And she's going to get the double dribble as she went to pass, and Holmes frustrates the best of them. So
yeah, just trying to make the pass. Had it in one hand, just tried to reach, but took the double dribble, unfortunately, just a mental error, and Souvenir hasn't made many of those in front of us.
So back over to the right side, and King will kick it over. Kick gets to Big Nell to Shy. Shy will bring it out, looking for a pass, gets to King. King, free throw line and the kick out. Lamy for three. Front iron, no good. Rebound's going to be pulled out of there by Moskrip. Everyone on this team rebounds well, including Moskrip. She gets into the paint, goes down the left side attacking, and Bree King blocks it onto her, and then she went out of bounds, so huge play.
And that one bringing some electricity from the crowd. Moskrip using that speed. Thought she was going to have an open layup, and I did too, but Brianna King hustled up from behind and got the block.
And you can bet Moskrip's going on lockdown on King, and that might be a bad thing. Shy got called for the travel. So it's going to be back the other way for LC State. 43-38 Bulldogs. 3:19 left in the third quarter on the Intermountain Irrigation scoreboard.
What a fun game we've had here in the second half. Just a chess match between these two coaches.
And King steals it in, but Moskrip's able to get it right back. They get it to Souvenir as they break the timeline. Souvenir's going to bring it back out and set up the offense for the Warriors. She'll go down the left side, looking for an opening. Comes back to the left side, goes baseline. And I think they got King on something.
Brianna King swipes down as Souvenirs coming back from the baseline drive, and that's just going to be a reach and foul on King.
It is a loud building tonight. LC State to inbound as they get it in to Abby Johnson. Johnson's got it up top as she's looking to set up the offense. She gets it over to Turner. Turner down low off the hands of Souvenir. And you're not going to get much help down there working on Big Nell.
Yeah, I've seen Souvenir on some of those backdoor cuts getting open. This one, that is not the case. Big Nell right there in her lap.
And the Holmes handoff as she gets it back over to Big Nell. Big Nell free throw line to Holmes, into the corner to King. King gets into the paint, darts around the bigger defender, goes off the glass and good for two. It's almost like she saves that extra gear for that second half.
Yeah, if she gets past these guards in the zone, it really puts her forward in a tough position.
No matter what speed, you can't, or no matter what sport you're playing, you can't coach speed, it's just there. LC State with the score, and Coach should have let you have it. I mean, it's every time you catch one, it's a double win.
I know, that was going to be, what, 3 in a row?
Yeah.
Three games in a row I had a touch from the sideline.
So 2:09 left here in the third, 45-40. Bulldogs with the lead. Souvenir with the basketball. She brings it across the timeline. She gets the screen from Blackman, rolls over to the right side to Moskrip. Moskrip with the handoff, tries to get into the paint, and the kickoff into the corner as she gets it out to Johnson, who rotates around and has such a soft touch it almost went in, but she'll go to the charity stripe either way and shoot two.
On the previous
Cooper got
possession,
a good break though.
Abby Johnson hit that nice little runner over the left shoulder and tried to go at it again here twice in a row, draws the foul this time.
Shots up and good. Cooper checks in, Worcester checks in, Holmes checks out, Shy checks out. So 45-41. Bulldogs with the lead. Abby Johnson back to the charity stripe to shoot second of two. She's got that high arcing shot, but somehow finds nothing but the bottom of the net. King brings it up. She gets it across the timeline. She goes down the left side as she gets it into Cooper. Cooper with the kick out to Big Nell. Back out to King. King goes into the paint, puts it up strong. No good. And it's going to be tracked down and flung. And then somehow gets in the hands to Burlong.
Great hustle from Moskrip, saving that one at the half-court line.
And then gets it back as Souvenir gets it in the corner. Gets to about the 10-footer and then just makes it drop.
Dribbles right into the middle of that free throw area, cross pull-up jumper for Souvenir.
King gets it over to the right side to Big Nell. Big Nell brings it back out up top. She swings it over to Worcester. Worcester with the basketball. She'll bring it over to the left side to King. King on the right side, I should say, brings it back out to the middle. She gets to Big Nell. Big Nell looking for Worcester down low to Cooper. Cooper doing that work down low, gets it up and off the glass. And she sealed her under the bucket, so the height didn't matter at that point. Was able to get back around up off the glass and knock it down to make it a 47-44 Bulldog lead. 32 seconds left in the third quarter on the Intermountain Irrigation scoreboard. Souvenirs going to go down the left side and put it up. It's no good. I'm not sure, but they might have even got the foul on the floor.
Looks like that one was on Big Nell.
Nope, they're going to say she was shooting. So that's second on Big Nell.
So Peyton Souvenir starting to get a little bit more comfortable here in this game in the second half.
Puts it up, knocks it down, 47-45. Bulldogs with the lead. 27.3 left in the third quarter. No good. Rebound pulled away by Lamy. Lamy's going to hand it off to King. King's going to bring it up and across the timeline. Lady Bulldogs can play for the last shot if they want to. Shot clock turned off. Brianna King with the basketball as they stand waiting for the offense to set up. They get under 8 seconds as they hand it back off. They get it to Worcester. Worcester to Big Nell. Big Nell with the turnaround, puts the shot up and buries it at the buzzer. University of Montana Western 49, Lewis Clark State 45. We'll be back in 1 minute.
Hi, this is Mike Flieger, owner of Lakeland Feed and Supply. Lakeland Feed specializes in taking the very best quality ingredients, many of them grown right here in western Montana, and processing them into the very finest animal nutrition products. Lakeland Feed manufactures a full line of steam-rolled, pelleted, and textured feeds for all your production, working, and hobby animals. Lakeland Feed proudly supports our young customers learning valuable life lessons through 4-H and FFA. Lakeland Feed, always made Montana fresh.
Tired of paying a lot for store-bought bottles of water? Call the Culligan Man. He makes bottles disappear with a Culligan drinking water system. Enjoy great-tasting, triple-filtered drinking water while reducing odors, impurities, and chlorine taste. All for just a few
This
cents
would be
a
a good
glass.
one. Good finish.
Call Culligan now and make all those bottles
on both
10
sides.
seconds.
More adjustments
Better water,
after.
pure and simple.
Call your local Culligan Man, Mark Hauser,
Yeah,
today.
I'm
Two well-coached
surprised.
teams.
Blackman, Jocelyn.
And welcome back to live basketball action from Straugh Gymnasium. Both of us just really impressed with the two well-coached teams. Looking forward to see what the fourth quarter brings. Just 4 points separates number 4 versus number 17. Bulldogs with the lead, 49-45. They will have the basketball as well, as they've led most of the basketball game. Other than the start, I believe LC State started off with the lead. They work it down low, and Cooper puts it up. No good, but Lamy's able to get it back. She, I think a piece of it was gotten, if that's the proper lingo. A piece of it was gotten.
A piece of it was gotten by the defender.
By Turner.
Hit the layup there.
And they work it back over to Souvenir. And how fitting that Souvenir's on the floor. Like you said, she got pretty hot, and she's starting to feel it. And as you can hear, it's nice and live here as Turner gets the Souvenir with the turnaround. And then she has such a good peace of mind down there with the nice soft touch and just puts it up nice and lightly and cuts it to a 2-point Bulldog lead. They work it and give it to Lamy. Lamy up top gets to Big Nell. Big Nell's going to get the free throw line and kick it out to Worcester. Tries to get it into the corner, and the long arms of Abby Johnson knocks it away.
Abby Johnson, such a high IQ defender right there. Just the extra pass. Worcester had Bree King open in the corner. Abby Johnson just knew that's where it was going to go, stepped in and knocked it out of bounds.
And they get it free throw line to Cooper. Cooper with the kick out to Worcester. Worcester for 3, and she buries it, and making her presence felt.
Worcester and Savannah Bignell both off the bench. You cannot give them space from the three-point line or they will hit those.
You know, I can't imagine the pain that Bignell plays with, as active as a player she is with that knee.
Yeah, it's...
So they work it down low, nice entry pass down low, and then the under and up by Abby Johnson. And if she's not already a force as a sophomore, I mean, she's going to be someone to deal with for 2 more years. That's a talented basketball player. A lot of talent on the floor. Cooper back out to the corner. Shot goes up by Lamy, no good. And rebound's going to be pulled down there by Haley Turner. Turner's going to hit Mosquip to Souvenir. Souvenir's going to bring it across the timeline. She's trying to work her way into the paint. She's cut off by Worcester. They're going to reset up the offense. Souvenir gets over to the left side. 11 on the shot clock as she works it down low to Blackman. And it seemed like he got pulled out of there, but...
And that foul's going to be on Bree King. She's just digging right there from the wing position. She's going down to Blackman as soon as she dribbled and trying to not allow her to be comfortable dribbling the ball in the key and drawing the foul. That's the second one on the same type of play, digging down and helping.
And the second foul on King. They get it right down low, and a nice move by Haley Turner, gets right into the bucket. Use her body to kind of push Lamy off and get up off the glass to make it 52-51. Bulldogs. Tough one. Knocked out of bounds. It'll stay here with the Bulldogs. 7:25 left on the Intermountain Irrigation scoreboard. 52-51. Bulldogs with the lead. They get it over to the right side to Lamy. Lamy brings it back out up top. Got it to Bignell. She's able to get it. And good defense by Johnson. 7 on the shot clock to Worcester to King. King with 4 on the shot clock. Gets into the paint. Puts up a decent shot, but comes up empty. Blackman with the rebound. She's going to give it to Souvenir, and they'll bring it across the timeline with Turner. Turner looking for the Warriors to take the lead as they get it to Blackman and then into the corner to Johnson. I think they're going to get a reach. I didn't say who it was on, though.
It's going to be out of bounds. I believe it's Lewis Clark State basketball out on Savannah Bignell. And Anderson, Paige Holmes are both checking in.
So 52-51 Bulldogs. 6:53 left in the ball game. Souvenir with the basketball for the Warriors. They'll get over to the left side to Mosquip. Back out up top. Back to Mosquip into the corner. As nice move to get to the bucket by Johnson. She comes up empty, but Blackman with the putback.
And the offensive boards can always be a dagger right there. Getting a good defended play on Johnson, but Blackman on the other side of the hoop to get the offensive board, easy lay-in.
Warriors with the 1-point lead now. Bulldogs with the basketballs. They get it to Holmes. Holmes back over to Anderson. Anderson over to Bignell. Bignell strokes a 3, no good. Rebound's going to be pulled down by Blackman. Blackman to Mosquip. Mosquip's going to bring it across the timeline. She'll sift through some traffic and pull it back out. 6 minutes now remain in the ball game. Warriors with the 53-52 lead. She stepped on her foot and got called for a foul.
Yeah, it looks like it's going to be a blocking call. Mosquip going to the ground. I didn't see the actual contact myself. I was looking off ball.
She stepped on her foot and fell down. There was no contact other than that. And he had a good position. I think he just saw through a player, and that happens. And these guys are doing a great job tonight, keeping the flow of the game going. But that was a tough call. 3rd on King now. So back up top to Souvenir as they get it over to the left side to Turner. Turner back to Souvenir. Souvenir with the basketball as she screens away. Gets to Mosquip. Back to Souvenir for 3. He gets knocked out of there, and I'm not sure where they got the foul on this one yet. A couple
Looks like
people
there's going to be a foul
get Anderson
on the ground. Just some contact on the rebound, and that one was probably going to go to Montana Western, so that one hurts.
Warriors to inbound as they get it to Blackman. Blackman to Mosquip. Mosquip brings it in and pulls it out, and then back over to Souvenir. Souvenir to Mosquip. Mosquip into the paint. Gets it down low to Blackman.
Blackman starting to take over down low. You could tell she wants the ball almost every possession. She's just so strong with her footwork, sealing people off. This time pays off
like
getting her the
Cooper
ball.
did a good job of staying in front of her, though. And unfortunately, that was to no avail as Blackman's going to the charity stripe. 5:24 left in the ball game. University of Montana Western trails Lewis Clark State Warriors 53-52. We'll be back in 1 minute.
When you're hungry, it's time to think Stage Line Pizza, the total pizza pleaser. Call 683-9004 for taste-tempting, pizza-licious, fantastic, incredibly delicious Stage Line Pizza. Home or office delivery starting at 11 a.m.
Hey, Justin?
Yeah.
I got 13 minutes I can give you between games.
You're the man. Did the game kick off yet out there?
Yeah, it has. I don't know who's winning or losing or what, but...
Well, if it makes you feel any better, I don't even know who they're playing tonight.
It's Butte Central.
That's right. I knew it was one of them.
And then they play Butte, the boys or the girls or whoever plays Butte Central later, too.
Oh, man. All right. And in hostile territory.
Your community.
And
IGA cares about the
Dillon, right? We decided?
I think they're at Hamilton.
Hamilton. That's a nice court, though.
10 seconds. Yeah, I've never been in there.
Pizza Shop.
Nice.
Vans IGA, Dillon's locally owned store. Vans IGA is hometown proud.
And welcome back to live basketball action. 53-52, Warriors with the lead. Basketball in the hands of Jocelyn Blackman, the 6-foot senior out of Battleground High School in Brush Prairie, Washington. As Sage said earlier, she's taken over and has. So she puts it up, pushes the lead out to 2 for the Warriors. 54-52, 5:24 left. Shots up and good. And matching their largest lead, I think they led 3-0 to start the ball game. And so need to switch Uncle Mo back to the black and red. King's going to bring it up and across the timeline for the the Bulldogs. Bulldogs on the right side, gets it into the corner to Bignell. She'll work it down low to Cooper. Cooper will pull it out and get it to Bignell. Bignell goes baseline, tries to force it over to Anderson. It's picked off by Souvenir. Souvenir's really been a decent difference maker for them as well here in the second half.
Yeah, right there, helping on the baseline, knocking down the pass from Bignell, and now showing off her handle on the other end.
Well, it seems like on this side offensively, she's got the keys to the car right now, too. They bring it back out up top to Abby Johnson. Abby Johnson goes back the other way, gets knocked away, but into the hands of Mosgrip. Back to Souvenir. Souvenir for 3, and she nails it to make it 58-52.
And there's no doubt she is on fire right now with this silky release on the three-point shot right there. And just a loose ball that ends up in LC State's hands. They kick it out to Souvenir for the open 3.
6-point lead for the Warriors. Something decent needs to happen on this possession for the Bulldogs as they work it outside to Anderson. Anderson gets into the paint, goes up strong off the glass, gets it to go. That'll make it 58-54 LC State.
Montana Western needed that bucket right there, and they need some more attacking dribbles.
Haley Turner in charge of the basketball. She works it back out up top, over to Souvenir. Souvenir working on Bignell. She gets it in, pulls up the 3, no good. Rebound goes high off the glass, and I tell you, Burlage looked like she was going to pull that down, so it worked to our advantage there.
Yeah, a bit of a heat check there for Souvenir with the between the legs step back 3, and just an inch off, a little bit too long, goes high off the top of the backboard.
It didn't miss by much, that's for sure. So 3:43 left on the Intermountain Irrigation scoreboard. Warriors with the lead, 58-54. We'll be back in 1 minute.
Hi, this is Andy Bartolome, new owner of Big Time Sportswear and Design. Stop by to find out about our custom design, screen printing, embroidery, and promotional items for your business, school, and events. Big Time has retail clothing, Letterman's jackets, and we carry all high school and middle school fan apparel for the Bears, Panthers, Falcons, Cougars, and Beavers. Big Time Sportswear and Design, 20 East Glendale, 683-2889. Hope to see you soon.
Did you know the reason why our nose gets runny when you are crying is because the tears from your eyes drain into your nose? Some people sneeze if they have a light shined into their eyes. It's impossible to sneeze with your eyes open. Each of your eyelashes has a lifespan of approximately 5 months. On average, you blink 17 times in a minute, or 5.2.
10 seconds.
The most common injury caused by cosmetics to the eye is a mascara wand. Eyes are your most precious set. Care for them properly. Doctors Douglas and John Krager, your vision source.
And welcome back to live basketball action here from the Straugh Gymnasium. Western with the basketball. 3:41 left in the ball game. They trail by 4. King's going to bring it across the timeline. And this is about time where you see the Frontier Conference best closer, Bree King, take over as she does step around up off the glass and hit for 2.
And a nice little Euro step. Looks like they went to the man-to-man defense there, I believe, which is a switch-up for Lewis Clark State.
And they bring it with Farmer across the timeline over to the left side. Farmer up top as she's looking to set up the offense for the Warriors. She gets it in the corner and gets it right back. As now they're front guarding Blackman, doing a good job of really kind of denying the inbound pass to her. And that looks like to be frustrating as they get it to Moskrip. Moskrip step around, puts it up too strong, and pulled out of there by Anderson. Anderson to King. Bree King to Lamy. Lamy for 3. Back iron, no good. Rebound's going to be pulled down by Abby Johnson. Johnson's going to hit Moskrip. Moskrip with the basketball. She'll bring it across the timeline. Moskrip gets to the right side. She's going to work her way into the corner and then back out up top as she gets to Blackman, gets it back. They get it down low. She's picked up quickly and they get her on the baseline. She's knocked down. And so going to the charity stripe will be Abby Johnson.
And they had to help Haley Turner again. They're just getting it to the right wing low enough that they can get an entry pass to the block, that time to Haley Turner. And then they have to help on Turner, which gets an open Johnson cutting from the opposite.
Big to big.
Mm-hmm. Pretty nice when you have 2-3 bigs that can pass the ball and shoot the ball.
And dribble.
And Abby Johnson has been a matchup nightmare for this Montana Western basketball team tonight.
And shots up and good. 60-56, Lewis Clark State. King brings it up and across the timeline. She gets it over to the right side to Bignell. Bignell's going to step over, shoot up the 3. Can't get it to go. Lamy with the rebound and gets the and one. That's a big play by the senior out of Beaverhead County High School.
And hyping up the crowd. Sierra Lamy with the offensive rebound. Big time and one layup. See if she can get Uncle Mo in Montana Western's favor.
That's 3 on Turner. Lamy goes to the line to see if she can pull it within 1. Shots up and good. 60-59. But in big moments, big players play big. And they get it across the timeline, over to the right side as they get into the hands of Abby Johnson. Back out up top. Looks like we're going on a possession-by-possession basis at this point as they work it around, and then they work it into the paint. Shot goes up, no good. Gets knocked out of there. Blackman's able to knock it back to Moskrip, or to Souvenir as she checked back in. I was wondering when she'd work her way back in, playing so well here in the second half. And Coach Orr is going to call a timeout. So with 1:41 left on the Intermountain Irrigation scoreboard, Lewis Clark State 60, Montana Western 59. We'll be back in 1 minute.
Buying your first home or building a dream home? Hi, I'm Rayanne Sutton, Real Estate Loan Officer with the Bank of Commerce. Interest rates are still low and it's a great time to get financing for the home of your dreams. I'd love to talk to you about your upcoming plans, whether they include buying, building, or refinancing. The Bank of Commerce can help your dreams come true. Call me today at 406-683-3413. The Bank of Commerce, member FDIC, equal housing lender, NMLS 1054928.
Ari Miller & Sons has been providing quality construction services since 1963 for all of southwest Montana. As a family-run excavation company, they pride themselves on versatility and customer service. Ari Miller has the resources to take large or small projects from start to finish and the attention to detail to make each project successful.
10 seconds.
Your vision from landscaping to highway construction. They specialize in irrigation, stream restoration, or water features. Call today, 683-2175.
And welcome back to live basketball action here from the Straugh. The Warriors with the basketballs. They look to inbound. They get it into Blackman, trying to get it back to Souvenir. They hand it off to Souvenir and switch it out to Moskrip. Moskrip over to the left side as they get into the capable hands of Abby Johnson. Down low, and good seal there by Haley Turner.
Same play they've been getting to.
Score.
And here's a foul on Souvenir. Pass it into Bree King, just bringing the ball up the floor. And I don't know, it didn't look intentional, but it was a pretty quick foul call.
And they're pressing. They'll get it into King. And they put 2 on her, and she'll just race by both of them. And it's almost like, is that their plan?
Just to
send King to the line? Eventually?
Yeah, that's 3 fouls. They got to get 5 to go to the double bonus as a team, so there'll be 2 more.
Big Nell to inbound as she gets it into King. King with the basketball as the Bulldogs trail by 3. Lamy gets it over to King. King pulls it on a 3, in and out, no good. Rebound pulled out of there by Blackman as she gets the Souvenir. Souvenir's going to bring it up and across the timeline, working on Big Nell. 53 seconds left. Would be a big stop here for the Bulldogs.
Got to get a stop here, down 3.
It's tough because they have 2 good guards up top, and then yet you have to watch 3 really good passing bigs. Souvenir pulls it on a 3. Back iron, no good. Gets knocked out of there.
And it looks like they're going to give it to Lewis Clark State. That's going to be off the shot, so 30 seconds on the shot clock, 32.4 left in the game. Tough break for Montana Western.
And it's back out to Moskrip. And she fouls her, so Moskrip will go to the charity stripe to shoot 2. So you got to start trading fouls for quick buckets.
Hopefully you can get a 3 to fall quickly if you're Montana Western. If you're Lewis Clark State, do not miss free throws.
In and out, no good. So good vibe there.
And
62-59. And the Warriors will call a timeout. So with 27.4 left on the Intermountain Irrigation scoreboard, Lewis Clark State leads 62-59. We'll be back in 30 seconds.
Winter sports season is here again, and that means boys and girls basketball at BCHS and UM Western and wrestling at the high school. There are a lot of sporting events going on, so get out there and support your local teams. It means a lot to them and their coaches. Don't forget the middle school, those
10 seconds.
Well, so take in some sports this winter, and remember, LS Ready Mix for all your concrete needs, 683-2101.
And welcome back to live basketball action. 62-59, Moskrip at the line. Kelly Moskrip, the senior, as she looks to get it done, and she does. So with 27.4 left on the Intermountain Irrigation scoreboard, Lewis Clark State 63, Montana Western 59. We'll be back in 30 seconds.
When you're in pain and need treatment, physical therapy at Barrett Hospital and Healthcare is here for you. Our goal is to resolve your injuries or pain, not just cover it up.
I don't know. I think you just
hit the 3 right away, obviously.
Strengthen muscles,
even if you
but if you miss that 3,
in some cases,
I think
physical therapy
just try to go for something inside really
at
fast.
the moment in pain or dealing with an unresolved injury. Call the physical therapy team at 406-683-1188 to make an appointment today.
And welcome back to live action. Western with the basketball as they look to inbound. They get it into King. King's going to get into the paint with the pull and pop and gets it to drop. 63-61. And the Warriors will call a timeout. So with 22.4 seconds left on the Intermountain Irrigation scoreboard, Lewis Clark State 63, Montana Western 61. We'll be back in 30 seconds.
Would you like to shorten your mortgage loan repayment term by months or even years? If you choose a biweekly repayment loan with Pioneer Federal
Give her
Savings
the ball and let her go
just
ISO.
that. By making a
That's
payment
pretty
every
nice
2
when you
weeks,
can
you
do
can
that.
literally shorten your repayment term, pay less interest on your mortgage
He's
loan,
literally
pay the
just like,
balance
yeah,
off
okay,
sooner.
go.
Secondary market lenders do not offer this type of repayment term, so come in to your local.
10
Yeah,
seconds.
they are.
Talk to the experienced loan staff about a biweekly repayment mortgage. Let Pioneer Federal bring your mortgage home. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender, NMLS number 704467.
And welcome back to live basketball action here from the Straugh Gymnasium. 22.4 left. Warriors with the 63-61 lead and the basketball. Only used 5 seconds on the Bulldog possession.
And it looks like they're either going to call a timeout or a 5 seconds, and it's going to be a timeout for Lewis Clark.
I think they got more than 5, but that's 63-61. Warriors get credited with the timeout. We'll be back in 30 seconds.
Taylor Realty, homegrown real estate
That's
company
close.
for southwestern Montana and
no.
Dillon. If you're looking for your dream
That's why they
property,
pay that coach
you'll
the big
find a
bucks,
wide
though.
range
Well,
of
coach
properties
is going.
from Centennial Valley
So
to the
that's
Big
why he's
Hole,
like, oh,
from the
that's
Lima
fine,
Peaks
and
to
then
the
the
Pioneers.
timeout, so.
We are here to help you find the property you dream about. So for a great
10 seconds.
call Taylor Realty at 683-4316 or click on TaylorRealtyMontana.com. Click or call, we do it all.
And welcome back to live action. Two very well coached, very talented teams coming down to this as the inbound goes right away, as it looks like Moskrip will go to the charity stripe again. So she got fouled as soon as she came in. That's going to be 4 on King. 63-61. 21.5 left in the game. Moskrip to the charity stripe. Shots up and good. That makes it 64-61. Thanks again for joining us out there on KOZE 950 AM. Got quite the basketball game on our hands here. Moskrip hits both to push it back out to a 4-point lead. King with the basketball. She'll bring it up, and she gets fouled almost right away by Souvenir.
A very quick foul call there. Didn't even look like Souvenir was trying to foul, but just playing that full court defense to keep that clock ticking. It'll be and the clock went before the ball was in bounds. Western coach.
She's got to touch it before the clock goes. And all those seconds are extremely valuable right now.
I think it's probably close to 19. Now they ran it down to 16.2. I assume they'll put it up to 19 or 20.
Well, and the refs had a great grasp on it. They had everything going. So as tough as it is, the situation, at least they had it together on this. And you got to appreciate the fact that they got the game in order, especially with an important game like this in such a crucial time. The crowd getting pretty lively. Well, and it's funny because they're kind of yelling at the refs, but it wasn't.
Yeah, I mean, I think this group of refs has done a fantastic job tonight dealing with two physical teams down low, specifically in the matchup between Cooper, Blackman.
Did we lose 0.7 seconds though on that? I mean, and she's going to pull from the elbow and drops it down again. And the foul by Holmes right away.
Paige Holmes right there on the catch. So close to tipping it, but it's just going to be a foul right on the catch.
Is the score not 65-63?
Yeah, it is 63. I believe right now it says 61-65.
All kinds of issues here at the end. Should be 65-63, right? Because we were down 5, we scored 2. And I think she missed.
And they fixed it finally. I thought the bench over here.
If she misses this one, though, I mean, you got a shot at a 3 to tie. So with her missing the first, it's a 3-point ball game. So 12.5 left on the Intermountain Irrigation scoreboard. University of Montana Western Bulldogs trail 66-63. We'll be back in 30 seconds.
Irrigators, when you have a situation that requires investigation, our Valley Certified Service Crew has built a reputation on our commitment to your operation. So don't compromise your application. Stop by Pivots Plus at 1045 Selway Drive or
10 seconds.
4418 for more information. Valley, the leader in precision irrigation.
All right, give me your expertise on this one, Mr. Sage.
You gotta have.
Do you get the 3 and tie it?
I think you go for the 3 here, and you know who you should go to.
Time.
Who's hit the last 2 clutch shots in the last 2 possessions? None other than Bree King, but maybe she gets a double and kicks to someone. But
Big Nell
personally,
inbound. She gets it into Bree King. King with the 3, no good. And the rebound's pulled out of there by Souvenir. She's fouled right away. It's going to be awful tough if she makes both.
King not happy after taking the contested 3, and you're just trying to get to a shot that you like as soon as you can, and really not a bad look.
You're asking a lot at that point. I mean,
personally, I think I would have liked
it up and gets it to go.
A little bit more time off the clock, but it's just so tough. 12 seconds, not much time to run a play.
So that'll make it 68-63 with 7.3 left on the Intermountain Irrigation scoreboard. The Warriors lead. We'll be back in 30 seconds.
Hi, this is Sandy Tyler with Carl Tyler's Beaverhead Motors. We've been serving people in the greater Dillon area for over 15 years, finding the right vehicle that fits their Montana lifestyle. For us, it's not just about selling a vehicle, it's about providing an experience that is as seamless as possible. In fact, we've recently added a lifetime warranty program to better serve our customers through
10 seconds.
Ownership. Stop by today for a new Chevrolet, Buick, or GMC at 675 North Montana Street in Dillon, or check us out online at beaverheadmotors.com.
And welcome back to live basketball action from the Straugh. Windows closing quickly. We're down 5, 7.3 left. Even if you hit a 3, then you got to foul. Hope they miss one of those and then hit a heave or something.
Yeah.
I mean, you got to hit this 3 in what, 1.3 maybe?
It's it's going to have to be a miracle at this point if Montana Western's going to stay in this game. Would have liked to see a 3 on that previous possession.
And they look to inbound to King. King steps back, 3's up, no good. Cooper with the rebound, put back, no good. Gets pulled out of there, and that's going to do it. So Lewis Clark State comes up with the victory, 68-63. We'll be back in 90 seconds for the Papa T's postgame show. We'll be back in 90 seconds.
Standard Lumber has super red hot buys for February.